When we were recently asked to ride CFMOTO's all-new middleweight sports bike, the 450SR, at the global launch no less, well, I couldn't get my leathers into my gear bag quickly enough, could I? It was straight onto the big bird for 27 hours to land in exotic shores to ride a brand new model, you betcha. First, the practicals. What is this thing, you ask? Well, the 450SR comes in above the brand's 300SR sports offering. More grunt in a very tidy aero package. With the 450SR well priced and very pretty, F1 sanctioned intercity Istanbul Park was always going to sort the wheat from the chaff. But wait, there's more. It was wet. Not just a light drizzle, no. More like Noah would have been grabbing a saw and a swag of nails kind of wet. Oh dear.
Okay, first session of the day in the red group. That's exactly where you want to be. Here we are at Intercity Istanbul Park for the global media launch. It is pissing down. It's foggy and it's about 6 degrees. And I'm out here with the world's press on the CFMOTO 450SR. First impressions, it's really steep and it's a real racer crouch bike. Feet flat on the ground, which is nice. Adjustable levers, wet track. C'est la vie. Just getting used to it. Tippy toes. I've got no idea where the track goes. I've done 2 laps, but it gets tight towards the other end of it. There's a quick bit at the start, but it really feels slippery. And I'm not out here to perform any heroics on a global launch, but it's getting my attention. It's reasonably slippery and it's a new track, so it's kind of a perfect storm. Bike's good so far, very linear, very even drop-in of power, but it's hard to tell. I'm just feeling it out on a wet track. New bike, you get it. The quick boys will come past me. That's good. I'm good with that. I'm totally good with that. And now I've got a tail light to hang on to, which I'm happy about. Let's see how we go. Bike's small, feels small, heavily small. Kind of loving that about it. You know what's happened here? We've caught a bunch of people up. We're about to hit lap traffic. Do you believe it? Oh, let's get rid of a few of these slowpokes, eh? Right, first session at a new track, Istanbul. No idea where it goes. I think I've got an idea now, but it's really wet. It's really misty. And we all just got around like old women, or I shouldn't say that, like grannies. But I think I know where it goes now. I certainly hold my own in that group, so I'm happy about that. Should have taken more time to understand the bike, but it was all about track orientation, that one. So my next session, which in an hour's time or something, I'll have much more of an opportunity to evaluate the bike. Now I know where the track goes. But look, it's kind of challenging, and you've got to remember you're on someone else's hardware, and no one remembers the slow bloke, but everybody remembers the crasher. So I'm not going to be that bloke. Talk soon. Rock and roll, baby. Away we go. Session 2. It's a little bit clearer. We've got a chance now. Okay, second session. Still bloody wet. Bloody wet, but there you go. We are not made of salt. There's a lot of standing water. Now about this bike, 4-piston Brembo caliper at the front on a single rotor, 320mm rotor. So I wondered if it was a little under braked. but it's hard to tell in the wet because there's plenty of brake there in the wet, let me tell you. It's pointy as hell and very flickable at the front. It just turns in really nicely. I'm surprised at how, you know, the dynamics of the thing are really good. It's been thought through. Talking to some of the engineers here, you know, CFMOTO may have in the past suffered from people wondering whether their R&D and all that type of stuff was up to it, and maybe they had a reason to do that. I think that's fair enough. People were a little bit skeptical, but I really feel like they're doing the testing, the wind tunnel testing, all that sort of thing. Speaking of wind tunnel, this one's got winglets that come from the project bike, the concept bike that was unveiled in at EICMA last year. That's the SRC21, which was absolutely glorious. This retains some of that winglet technology, which they reckon puts 2 kilograms of downforce on the front end at 120 kilometres an hour. I don't think I'm going to have to worry about that, and if I'm honest with you, I don't think track day people are going to be too impressed by that. But it looks grouse, and that's I care about that. I really care about that. It looks like a really like a little GP bike, and of course with CFMOTO's increasing interest in things bike racing, it just counts. It adds up. Anyway, I've got to just get up it for a second, just hook onto the back of this little group. Not look like a pussy for starters, because I'm busy talking to you guys. You see that standing water, see that shiny shit? Looks like an LP record from your dad's collection. Well, that's a bad LP record on a bad day. That'll play you a song you don't want to hear. So I think we're away in a sec here. We get rid of our marshal. He's the guy in the green. I think we're allowed to, maybe we're not. Pretty keen to let loose a little bit here. Beautiful surface, beautiful racetrack surface. Now where is this bike going to fit? Like, I think it's going to have a real chance amongst the ride day and track day set, because I remember riding VFR 400s, and I reckon they were just about the perfect track bike. Small, fast enough for fun. And I think at that price, this is the sort of bike that you could definitely use as a track bike. I think the 300's probably a little underpowered. You've got 35 kilowatts here, I think 35.5. So there's enough there, and the power, I must say, is very linear. It just comes on. I'd like to see the curve actually, because I think it'd be just like at a 45-degree angle straight up, and people want that. There's no shocks, no surprises. So hopefully we can have a bit of a go and get rid of this marshal at some point here, because I'm a bit keen to do that. I don't know what's going on. Slowing me down here, this bloke. He's ruining my GP career, this bloke. Doesn't he know who I am? Yeah, I like the bodywork on the bike. It looks really nice. It looks cool. Yeah, look, midweight sports bikes. Could this signal the start of a new revolution? Because we know leader bikes are gone as sports bikes. No one's interested in them. But maybe midweight's where it's going to be. Let's see. There's no dry line here, unfortunately. These uphills drag down on you a bit, just rob you a bit of power, and that's where riding a smaller bike, a midweight sports bike, teaches you how to ride quick, because you've got to percolate them. You just can't rely on horsepower to pull you out of being a lazy rider. And I like that. I've always liked that. I've always liked people that can ride small bikes fast. And this will encourage that. So there you have it. A bike that carries a great deal of CFMOTO's sporting hopes along with it. And that's just a taste. Yet we'll be putting the bike through its paces right here on Aussie soil very soon. Keep an eye peeled out at infomoto.com.au for that one.